but we are very interactive, and of course, and we try to accommodate all and sundry. You would know that um, almost all of your comments on social media, we have access to it, and or where we have it, we do mention it. Andy is the person who specializes in that. In that area, I am more generic in terms of course, in mornings I will say good morning to all and sundry, east, west, north, south, in Trinidad, central, of course, and of course our friends in Tobago, etc. But Andy will go into the details and, of course, identify some of the, should I say, regulars as opposed to the irregulars and those who are new. And we expect, of course, quite a number of supporters coming back to the ground report, and they were not there. I say coming back, so it means therefore they were somewhere before. Well, they were somewhere in the context that they didn't have access to Talk City 91.1,
Now,
and
let me show.
therefore that was a platform that was missing. Now that it is here, it means therefore we, in a real way, are able to, of course, access really and complete that cycle, that circle of totality, and therefore everybody, of course. And when we get on television, uh, Channel 3, well, of course, we
Channel
would have
4.
completed the entire circle. Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes,
Channel 4.
Andy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Channel 4. But the other day, Lennox Smith, let me get on into some very serious issues which you have raised a lot so far this morning. Nice. I want
Yes.
to make sure this in. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I know you didn't get my background, but I'm getting it because that's what makes me comfortable. Nice.
Right.
Well, let me say a blessing good morning to each and every one of you that are now joining us on Real Media TT's Facebook, Real Media TT YouTube, Corridor Transformation. Right there also on 648 television. Hey, Matilda Rhodes, a pleasant good morning to you. Tom Ford, good morning. Hey, Carmen, a pleasant good morning to you. Farmer Kane Farmer. You look on it. All Ole was going mad there. Who volume loaded? Nah. You know, Smith, and you hearing me loud and clear, my brother?
Loud and clear,
Loud and clear. So you had to raise up your thing.
Excessively so, but that's all right.
So you had to raise up your Carmen, you had to raise up on your side. Turn up on your side,
Your
man.
volume,
Yeah,
volume on your side.
Hey, Dave
Raise it
Mirage.
to the optimum. Yeah.
Dave Mirage, good morning to you. But before we take some calls at Lennox Smith, what's trending this morning to you? What's on people's mind to you?
Well, somebody said that we ought not to, but what is trending is really the indictment of Maduro and his wife, the resolution that was sent, or should I say, discussed or debated at the United Nations Security Council, led by Colombia and Russia and China, yes, Russia and China, about as far as they are concerned, that action was illegal and breaches, of course, in international law and norms. Of course, you have a situation where, of course, a pot calling the kettle black, because one can say that what is happening in Ukraine, I can't see how Russia believe that they have some moral authority to speak on that situation. And of course, that group of persons in China, quite apart from Taiwan, in China, that was persecuted and sent to camps in order for them to acclimatize to what the regime in China wants. So you have that, and then of course you have Venezuela itself, where of course Maduro has been the genesis. We have said that in northern terms, the genesis of the destabilization in the Western Hemisphere, particularly in South America, by his brutal and brutish regime, oppressing, of course, his own people, and some 8 million people migrating out. And then, of course, you have the irony of some Caribbean leaders indicating that they are advocating, because of the presence of the American, let's say, navy and war machinery in the southern Caribbean, that this place should remain a zone of peace, when in fact, to be sarcastic, it was in fact in pieces. And what we have since the extraction of Maduro is the real possibility of peace becoming a reality in this part of the world. And we cannot, of course, ignore that. And too many people ignore that for convenience, as we have seen it, of course, hypocritically orchestrated at the United Nations. Incidentally, the only Caribbean country that attended that Security Council meeting yesterday was Trinidad and Tobago. The other Caribbean islands were not represented. They didn't say anything.
So did Venezuela? So not did Guyana went? Because Ghana is part of CARICOM. And I will say that whole bacchanal within CARICOM
I would have
expected Guyana
to be there. But
I would expect
Caribbean countries. Caribbean, the islands, Guyana is part of South America.
Yeah.
Right, but I would check that because they have an interest in being there, of course. But of course, the embarrassment of the other Caribbean countries who were claiming to somehow against the presence of the Americans, and this is supposed to be a zone of peace, and then of course talking about United Nations and international and sovereignty of nations and all of that. They have not gone because they don't want to say they don't want to say for them the diplomatically incorrect thing. That's why they go. That's why they didn't go, because they would have to say their true position, their true stance on the matter, and therefore support the resolution laid by Colombia, Russia, and China. So what they did, they decided not to go at all. I mean, that is clear. I mean, my common sense will tell me that you don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand that. Go ahead.
But would you not say that it could be also too, knowing that it's banding around all over social media, it's banding around that it have Caribbean leaders that is involved in NACO, or as you and all mentioned, had played a blind eye, and like Trump know all the leaders or prime ministers and ministers and all them things that played a blind eye, that was a part of this whole narco trafficking, and they studying boy to go United Nations, which is in America. Suppose when I jump on that plane and I reach across there, all of a sudden the come suit like Maduro, they don't come in with no CIA or them kind of thing. You fly into your problem one time. Could it be about that people might be studying, boy? It's better to come with the CIA and the drama TV scenes, and extract me out than I organize and I just fly in, and as I landed, they just grab me. Where's your thoughts on that?
No, you're right. Beautiful assessment. That is the bottom line. Why it is they have remained absolutely silent, all of them, except of course Trinidad and Tobago. And I would assume that Guyana would have been there because it would have been in their interest to make some kind of commentary. I will check that. I didn't fact check whether Guyana would have been there, but I know for a fact that no other Caribbean country made a presentation or was there at that meeting, which of course speaks volumes as to the intent. Whether they boycotted as maybe a form of protest, I can't see that, because they were very vociferous, both at the United Nations and at other sub-regional entities like the OAS, for example, and CELAC. They were very, very, very united in their position, of course, and including being against Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago having to say, well, listen, the CARICOM has been disappointing and uncooperative. However, of course, we have seen Trinidad and Tobago say in no uncertain terms that if it is that the Venezuelans enter Guyana, a member of CARICOM, then they are prepared, of course, to do what is required in order to extract them out of Guyana if their action so warrants. And that, to me, is a definite statement. Whereas, of course, the others were simply saying that the area should be a zone of peace, and therefore they denounce the American Armada and their actions in this part of the world, or this part of the Western Hemisphere. So you have all of these moving parts and positionings taking place. But at the end of it all, having regard to what happened about 3 or 4 days ago, the extraction of Maduro, they have gone definitely silent. It's an oxymoron, but I think it's very appropriate for this particular situation. Why are they not speaking? And what is their position with respect to what the Colombians, the Russians, and the Chinese have presented at the United Nations as this urgent meeting to discuss the essentially the illegality, as far as they're concerned, of the Americans in, of course, moving into an independent sovereign state and extracting its president. It doesn't matter the circumstance. It doesn't matter whether or not he's there legitimately or otherwise. It doesn't matter if, because of his policies and programs and, of course, his oppression of his own people, that some 8 million people has migrated out of there and destabilizing, of course, surrounding countries, including that of Trinidad and Tobago and some of the Caribbean countries themselves. You see? So we have that level of what I consider to be it is beyond hypocrisy. It's
but I understand.
And it's not even in self-interest. It's simply nonsensical. But go ahead.
Yes. But I understand everything you're saying, and the people understand every single thing you are saying. But what about the critics and them who will say, well, technically, America is doing just like what they are doing. What the Americans doing is what they're against Russia and China from doing. But America is doing it in their own way. What about the critics that will say something like that? Because when you watch at it, if Venezuela is a sovereign nation at the end of the day, that is the president, that was the president of Venezuela. Where's the diplomacy and all those various things? When America is watching Ukraine and saying, well, look at Ukraine now, boy. Russia went and do this. Well, again, I'm going to just be a devil's advocate. Russia did technically the same thing based on their national security, based on Ukraine want to enter into the European Union and all them kind of bacchanal thing. That is what trigger off that whole bacchanal thing. Right? So just the same way that Donald Trump is saying that he re-invoke how we call that way on this side of the world again?
The Monroe Doctrine.
The Monroe Doctrine. Remember, Russia also have a doctrine on that side there. When the European Union was not organized and stretch itself to that extent, when it might be done with so much of countries in the European Union already, when in real it wasn't, and Europe keep doing it, and Russia get vexed. Real vex about that, studying about their national security, just like how America is studying at this point in time their security too. It is what it is. And don't want nobody in the backyard, because Trump also talk about Greenland and the importance of Greenland and all those various things when it comes to the security of America. But watch what's going on when it comes to Russia. The same America is condemning it. When Russia fighting for the same thing, or that whole Ukraine bacchanal end up in the same way, where Russia wanted to organize and be an influencer and had them yes man in Ukraine. Lennox Smith and Honey Senior smiling. If we plain talk, bad manners. We talking, man. The pit bull is in the building.
Yes, indeed. Well, of course, it is two issues here that you have raised, both of which are very significant. And it brings me back to the fact that, well, if that is the case, then why it is that Russia, China, and the other country that is associated with this resolution well, to a lesser extent Colombia, but certainly Russia and China, why have they gone to the United Nations and saying that what Trump did was illegal when they knew that they did the same thing? You understand where I'm coming from?
Right, but what I'm
So
saying, Lennox Smith, but
no,
then
no,
Donald Trump and
coming to the other
America
aspect of it
cannot
in
say that
terms
what
of
they do
their
illegal
own
neither.
security, and they have made the same argument as America has made. So therefore, none of them, pot can't call kettle black.
Boy.
That's the point I'm making. You understand what I mean?
Boy.
Because both of them, both arguments, right, are hypocritical, to use a more stronger term, and therefore it boils down to people seeking their interests, and because you have more might, more military might, you can of course influence the outcome in your favor, and that is what it boils down to.
Exactly.
In the case of Russia, as in the case of the United States.
And not only that, China is doing the same thing too when it comes to Thailand. So anybody should, we understand? All of them doing the same thing. All. Right. But yet still, America want to tell China they're wrong.
When the other does it, they condemn and they say it is illegal and it breaches international norms and law. And of course, it is breach of sovereignty and the independence and all of that. But all of that is part of the game of international and of course geopolitical shenanigans, if you want to call it.
But as you mentioned that, like how online right now, Michael Baldu Singh is saying the Pitbull talking a lot of BS. Well, boy, if I talking BS, I am what's me? I look up in the sky right now. I'm seeing a little overcast, which I ain't seen the sky, but I just bringing something across. And I'm seeing the sky blue. And when I look, all of us look, we see the sky really blue. If all of us in the same area. But then I organize and I look across now. And I'm watching now America, how they operate with Venezuela. And I'm watching Russia, how they operate with Ukraine. America with the Monroe Doctrine. Russia with the European Union and the joining of the European Union.
NATO and so on.
NATO. In fact, European Union. NATO. When NATO wasn't to be so much
expanded so close to Russia.
Boy. I don't know how I talking BS. And then I'm watching China talking the same thing when they come into Thailand that die them own. But here it is. All three of them is superpower because they have nuclear. America not going and play, they're going and extract Russia and Putin. They will never play, they're going and extract Young Ping in China. They ain't going to do that. They instead going around the South Korean, the North Korea president, that young boy, that fat little young boy they so. They wouldn't do that with Indian nuclear. Understand how it is play. So how you could say I am talking BS when at the end of the day, pot calling kettle black when all of them doing the same thing but just in different ways. It is what it is. My opinion when it comes to Venezuela and Trinidad support for United States, I support Kamala Prasad Bisesa 100%. I, on this side of the world, the Western Hemisphere, I support Donald Trump 100%. Because of all the migrants and them that coming from Venezuela. I also supported because that particular regime was only going to do business with PNM and PNM only. They would have never organized and give we nothing or sign no deal or get into business with the people of Trinidad and Tobago when it comes into the drag and gas and all those different things. I tell you, I thinking like America, I thinking in the best interest of Trinidad and Tobago. Although it's wrong for anybody to go into a sovereign nation. But then I have enough common sense to understand Trinidad and Tobago depends heavily on America. Without America, we are nothing. Venezuela, we don't depend on Venezuela. Venezuela have nothing for us. For a matter of fact, within the 10 years Rowley them was there, Venezuela was dependent on Trinidad and Tobago. Understand, Trinidad and Tobago, understand.
Bang, 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 bang.
Well, I'm doing through all of this without a background, but you'll just say the little, which we will deal with that. We will deal with that. It's just a matter of time. So Venezuela was depending on Trinidad and Tobago. When Trinidad and Tobago have not been dependent on Venezuela, most of the Caribbean countries that cannot go to the UN right now, they're dependent on Venezuela, and Venezuela oil, Cuba and all, dependent on Venezuela. And as a Trinbagonian, I can't pick them side because Venezuela have nothing to give us other than dragon gas, energy, the energy sector, which we wouldn't engage. So when it comes to importing in Trinidad and Tobago, our import bill is somewhere around $5-6 billion in food. Down to our manufacturers, the raw products and the raw material that they need to manufacture for who manufacturing in Trinidad and Tobago. They're dependent on America mostly everything. If not America, it coming from Europe. It will have some South American countries, but them not on the ban list like Venezuela. Them getting to export the oil, the gas. So it was a bad decision for the former government. That clung, I must say. That clung, Dr. Rowley. That mashed up the PNM. Yeah, he did. And then they come and they put weak belly penny. And I'll only say weak belly penny based on, again, Trinidad and Tobago, for those of you that are listening to us in your vehicles, on 91.1 FM, Talk City. Don't forget, spread the word. Let everybody know where they can get us. And for those of you that are online, because online start to grow, it's growing at this point in time.
Do you have to go? You gotta go for the news? We have to go for the news,
nice.
Andy.
We take a quick break.
Let's wrap up, yeah.
And come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. Go ahead, Director Snipes.
From your TV to your laptop, your phone, your tablet, news, culture, conversations, and the stories that move us. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Your morning with me, Thermala Balkaran, starts here. Trinidad and Tobago Today premieres Monday, 12th January, 6 a.m. exclusively on TTT.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and the joyous spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, bound.
This is TTT News on the TTT Limited Media Network on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Good morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Mary-Tivas Bernard and making the news at this time. The United States has intercepted the oil tanker Bella One, which was flying the Panamanian flag in international waters near Venezuela on Sunday. This marked the third such interception in recent days amid heightened maritime enforcement in the region. The ship was headed to Venezuela and is linked to a company that has been sanctioned since June 2024 by the U.S. Treasury for being associated with the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. This would be the third seizure of an oil tanker near Venezuela in recent weeks and comes amid a significant U.S. military buildup in the region. Secretary of the Homeland Security Christine Noem on X said the U.S. will continue to target the illicit trafficking of authorized oil that is used to finance narco-terrorism in the region. Last Tuesday, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a total oil blockade against Venezuela and a tightening of deportations in a message posted on his social media platform Truth Social, where he directed accused Nicolas Maduro's regime of funding criminal activities with energy resources. Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Barry Padarath, has expressed support for Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessa's recent statements on regional and national security, describing her approach as both decisive and necessary. He said the Prime Minister's position reflects the seriousness of the threats facing the country and underscores the government's commitment to protecting national interests and ensuring the safety of citizens. In responding to a statement made by former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, Minister Padarath says the government stands firmly behind the Prime Minister, noting that her leadership reflects a clear and a strategic response to the unique security challenges facing Trinidad and Tobago. According to the Minister, the Prime Minister's position underscores that diplomacy must go beyond rhetoric and instead involve bold leadership, meaningful engagement, and strategic alliances that protect national interests.
Good morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Sherilyn Lewis, making the news at this time. Trinidad and Tobago's ambassador to the United Nations, Dr. Neil Parson, says this country remains equally committed to maintaining its relationship with both the United States of America and the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. In a brief statement to the United Nations Security Council on Monday, Dr. Parson highlighted this country's position in the wake of the recent events in Venezuela.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago, while valuing its long-standing and robust partnership with the United States, remains equally committed to maintaining a constructive and respectful relationship with the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, and continues to uphold peaceful relations with the people of Venezuela.
On Saturday, Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro and his wife were taken from Venezuela by United States forces.
As a Caribbean nation, a neighbor of Venezuela, and a long-standing advocate for peaceful coexistence and the rule of law, the government of Trinidad and Tobago has taken note of the military operations undertaken by the United States in Venezuela. We remain committed to cooperative efforts led by the United States to disrupt and dismantle networks that enable transnational crime across the Americas.
As the new school term gets underway, Education Minister Dr. Michael Dowlett is extending well wishes to students, teachers and parents across the country. In a video posted to the ministry's social media accounts, Minister Dowlett commended educators for their continued dedication to shaping young minds, while acknowledging parents for the critical role they play in reinforcing learning.
Whether you are returning to familiar classrooms or beginning a new chapter in your educational journey, I want you to know that this ministry believes deeply in your potential and is committed to supporting your success every step of the way. We are guided by three simple priorities: students first, parents next, and a strong education system to support you both. As we begin this term, it is important to reflect on how far we have come. Throughout 2025, the Ministry of Education made significant strides in strengthening the learning environment for all. Thousands of students received laptops, ensuring greater equity and access to digital learning. The expansion and upgrading of internet connectivity continues across all schools.
Additionally, the Ministry of Education said a total of 82 infrastructure projects were carried out during the period December 2025 to January 2026. These included repairs to roofs and ceilings, sewer and drainage systems, washroom facilities, air conditioning units, water lines, and electrical infrastructure. And meals via the school feeding program resumed on Monday, with approximately 62,000 breakfasts and 75,000 lunches delivered to students. In other news, Burgesses in the Port of Spain area are being asked to keep all waste securely bagged and stored on their premises. This comes as a fire at the Beetham landfill has caused a disruption in garbage collection. A release from the Trinidad and Tobago Solid Waste Management Company Limited swim call stated that on Sunday morning a fire was ablaze. The swim call release noted that the fire originated on the eastern side of the landfill and progressed toward the southeastern area of the site, but a prompt response from the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Services was able to successfully contain it around midday yesterday. The incident is said to have generated significant levels of smoke in the surrounding areas. Therefore, Swimcall urges the public, particularly individuals with respiratory conditions, to exercise caution. And in sport, in September 2025, the National Gas Company ended its 2-decade partnership with the National Association of Athletics Administrations, forcing the NAAA to make drastic adjustments to its programs. Part of the solution, according to Association President Ephraim Serrett, is for athletes to play a role in promoting their sport, citing an example from nearly a decade ago.
So we have to sell the sport. And this is why I say to athletes, when they perform, then I have something to sell. I'll share something with you. When we were negotiating the Puma contract, that was in Rio, the first day of competition when none of our sprinters made it to the final or to the first rounds. And the introduction by Puma representative was, none of you guys made it today. So right there and then he's telling you, we're starting to negotiate, you have to come down because you really don't have anything to sell. And we try to explain that to the athletes. Once they perform, then we could go out and negotiate for sponsors to come on board to support the sport.
And that was your TTT News Update. I'm Charlene Lewis. Have a good morning.
That was TTT News on the TTT Limited Media Network on Talk City 91.1 FM. 91.1 FM. Talk.
The Cabinet has approved the increase in the permissible age of importation of foreign-use right-hand drive private cars, that's sports utilities, SUVs, sedans, and station wagons, powered by gasoline, dieseline, or compressed natural gas, CNG, from 3 years to under 8 years and under from the date of manufacture.
Music.
As Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has announced recently with our revitalization master plan, we are open for business. And a key area, a key focus of that master plan is, of course, the energy sector and the energy hub. And we will be open for business, not only for Nutrien, but for all other players that wish to discuss their investment portfolio with us.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
The Christmas season brings extra movement, late night shopping, office parties, school events, and family visits. With maxis and taxis being the more popular ways to get around, your personal safety should always be front of mind. Here are some thoughtful tips to help you move smart and stay safe. Plan your route before leaving home. Know where you're going and how you intend to get back. Identify taxi stands or reliable rideshare options in advance. If you're heading somewhere unfamiliar, send your estimated arrival time to someone you trust. Keep your phone charged. This might sound simple, but during the busy season, we often drain our batteries taking pictures, sending messages, or checking social media. A fully charged phone can be a lifeline. It allows you to share your location live,
call someone during the ride, or send a quick update if something changes. Create a safety word with family or friends. A simple phrase like, check the pot on the stove, can signal you need help immediately. It works discreetly and effectively, especially if you're unable to speak openly. Know what to look for in a safe driver. Your driver should be focused, sober, and respectful. If a driver seems impatient, distracted, or tries to pressure you into the front seat, step back and look for another option. This Christmas, let your travels be filled with joy, not worry. We all play a part in creating a safer Trinidad and Tobago, so move smart, stay aware, and enjoy the season with confidence.
This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Oh, boy.
Request your favorite song. 622-4911.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are back, Andy.
Yes,
are
yes,
you there?
Yes, we are back. We
Yeah,
are back.
I mean, you gave a very comprehensive analysis. So don't forget, people, of course, we are on Talk City 91.1. Time check is just about 10 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And of course, Andy and myself are engaged, of course, in this very topical matter. But I noticed, Andy, as well, I know that you have to complete with the statement that you were making earlier in terms of the lack of moral right to, of course, engage on either side of the geopolitical front, so to speak.
Yeah, but
I see that Nutrient has rescinded temporarily their decision to close down. The workers are asked to continue to report to work. But go ahead. I thought I should just introduce.
Well, that means Nutrient will organize because they don't realize here where it is. Just now, Trinidad and Tobago going and get real gas from Venezuela at the end of the day, because Delcy Rodriguez had to listen to Trump because she will feel the hurts more than Maduro, as he say. So all that, what person non grata that they talk about Kamala and they saying no energy deals and the ban all this and that and whatever and all that bacchanal thing. Trump going on whisper in the ears easy. Because Trump understands.
Survival and if it is now.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
So
Trump
gonna say, Trump gonna say, Delcy, I know you all had banned Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Pasal Bisesa. They are depending. That's my ally. And they are depending on the dragon gas. I want you as interim president to go back to talks and sign up with Trinidad. I owe them. They stand with me. For a matter of fact, they are the only Caribbean country that stand up as a real general. So go back to talks, DLC. Go back to talks. Neutron don't know what's going on. Trump and them also don't go in and take over the energy sector in Venezuela. He don't say plain talk bad manners.
Yeah,
Trump will make sure.
They owe him.
Right.
They owe in America. He have all the major companies in that industry lined up already to begin the process.
Right.
Because they had to get back. They had to get back the cost of that exercise that they would have been engaged in, caused by Maduro.
Nice, and Trump will make sure that the American companies them have to deal with Trinidad and Tobago. Because the American companies, where they're taking over, remember, it come like the government of Venezuela, had no say. The government of United States of America, the most powerful country in the world, take over the energy sector of Venezuela. Oil and gas. So, technically, we don't about to negotiate with the government of Venezuela. We just have to negotiate with who take over the energy sector and say, well, right, or let's take over the energy sector, or let us get back all the money. Here it is, Trump. Give me the opportunity there to tap into the dragon gas. All right, we will share the profits. So, Trump, because the gas is only on now, not the government of Venezuela. Right, we go on a 50-50. Whoever come out, right, we will tap in at a pipeline to go to one of those platforms and them that are very close. Right, very, very close to Trinidad. And it won't take all those years because dragon gas just there. So they'll tap into that and then send thing there so they'll put a meter so they're gonna know what going Trinidad, all what going Trinidad, and they will have an idea now because they will send everything that the Trinidad and Tobago government will be owing Venezuela when that time reach 50%. So when we get $1 billion, $2 billion, we know 1 billion is for Venezuela and the next billion is for us. But then we will still have to strike a deal because we know we'll have to organize and for the cost for the infrastructure to get Venezuela money, we go get them the money, you know. So now the lines that have to run to go to the various platforms in order to share our gas, where we Point Lisa's industrial estate will be booming again, thanks to Kamala Prasad Bisesa government in making the right decision of supporting America. And then CARICOM now, that not getting free nothing from Venezuela again, will have to come back to Trinidad and Tobago, where we are part of CARICOM, and we will make sure and give them a good deal. So at the end of the day, the oil industry and gas industry is in the hands of America. So Kamala Prasad Bisesa on the Trinidad and Tobago government, they have to go and negotiate the drug and gas deal with America, because America already said they take over the new industry, the energy industry across here, they take it over.
I want to tell you, Andy, go to the top of the class. Go to the top of the class. I cannot understand how very intelligent people in this country who claim to be analysts and, of course, very accurate with geopolitics and matters appertaining to the function and the interaction of countries can't understand that. I simply can't. To me, it's as if it's wishful thinking, because I saw an article where somebody said that the Dragon deal is almost suggesting that it may never be now, and where that is absolutely impossible, and how it is that these people could apply such incongruent knowledge to a situation where the United States, in essence, is owing Trinidad and Tobago, even though, of course, that debt is in the area of support. And of course, but more than that, Trinidad and Tobago, just to add to what you're saying, has the infrastructure. Venezuela doesn't have it. Guyana doesn't have it. To, of course, treat with, because our economy has been based on gas for a very long time and not on oil per se. And therefore, we have the infrastructure to treat with and to monetize and to convert in order to get that commodity exported and monetized to other countries that needs it. And of course, America knows that Europe will be extremely grateful for that approach. Why I think they are hesitant to even make a comment on the so-called infringement of international rules and law, and of course rules based, because you was on the right path as well. That Russia, China has no moral authority to talk about that, and of course, including the United States in a technical sense, because they have all done the same thing in their own interests.
Nice. So Trinidad and Tobago
won't feed more fowl.
Nice. So Trinidad and Tobago, we are on the right side. We are on the right side of getting
history, on the right side of our own interests.
Yeah, but here I want to put it down. We're on the right side. We're on the right side of making Trinidad and Tobago great again.
Yes, man.
We're on the right side of making Trinidad and Tobago.
And I want to tell all you, let me use a local, let me put on my Laventil twang. I want to tell all you that Trinidad and Tobago is on the rise. If you can't see it, and at the same time, you heard it first, where?
On the ground
the
report.
ground report.
Yeah, we will be on the rise.
On the ground report.
We will be on the rise.
We told you what will transpire. We told you that Trinidad and Tobago will benefit hugely, whichever way it goes, by the position taken by the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bissessa.
Nice.
Now it is revealing and unfolding right before your very eyes.
Nice. So here it is, Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to take calls on Talk City side too. The number on Talk City side, I think, is give me the number. There's once Lennox.
622-4911.
622-4911.
Yes.
Nice.
So
you got to
is
tell me that
Talk
again.
City. Yes.
So for those of you that look on live too, if you're not getting on to us right here in Ground Report Studio, you can call 622-4911, 622-4911, or you can call within the Ground Report Studio by yours truly, the Pitbuller Radio. So you can call on Lennox side, or you can call right here. Snipes is waiting for you there on that side. The Pitbull is waiting. Snipes and Lennox is waiting for you all on that side. The Pitbull is waiting for you all on this side. Welcome. For those of you that now turn your dial or maybe now hearing about the Ground Report, welcome to the Ground Report. The most popular, the biggest, most informed, most influential program in Trinidad and Tobago on a morning. And we also lead social media on a morning between the hours of 6 and 9. And don't forget you all to stay locked on to 91.9 when this feed cut. Because coming up after us, we have a bomb squad coming up after us. The program that coming up after us. Oh boy, let me get that name of that program there, boy. Oh, Snipes will help me.
We have a call, and we'll take that afterwards. Pleasant good morning and welcome. Sorry about that caller for that on delay. But go ahead, Andy. Go ahead, because
yes.
We've lost the call.
That nothing, man. No, but it's very important that I interview or promote the program coming up after us.
Oh yes.
So all you wouldn't get it on social media. But all in Trinidad here could get it on Talk City 91.1 FM. All you know who's that bomb squad? Right after Ground Report. I forget the name of it, but I'll give you all the name of the program. It's Stefan Rees. Each and every one of you all know Stefan. From Breaking Dawn.
Yes,
and
yes,
Mr. X.
Yes.
Yes, and Mr. X. That you all know Mr. X.
Mr. X as well, yes.
Mr. X is here, yeah. So I don't know what Robert Amar is doing by himself right now. He don't have Mr. X to talk with him right now. So I don't know, he might be talking with Sharon Amar. Both of them might be carrying on a program. Only again, it's the Pitbull in the house. That we'll be talking about. So coming up after us is Mr. X and Stefan between the hours of 9 and 12.
We have a call, Andy. We have a call. So let's take the call. Let's not frustrate anyone. Good morning. Welcome. Yes. Yes. Hey. All the best to you and yours.
I ain't getting any call on this line, so let it push up a line. All right. Let the call come in.
You are hearing him, Andy? You hearing him?
Nah. All the rest of calls after just now day. All right, let me just make a call.
A non-grata and thing with Delphi and them thing they eat back three words, boy. And I found Trinidad going on boom and prosper with that dragon girl. See, I see that long.
Nice. Now. I hear him, man. This is my partner, man. This is my boy, Donny.
Months away. Already talking, we can't drill like gas and thing. We going on drill like gas. Venezuela will get a share. We go get a share. America go get a share.
Everybody go get a share.
Sorry for carry come though.
But all give man little more volume on Donny a little bit. Just a little more. Right, babe. Sorry for carry come, Donny.
Yeah, I'm sorry for them. Because none of them stand up at America. You see they don't stand up pay the price.
Nice. I hear Donny loud and
clear. The Prime
Minister
make the correct decision all along.
Nice. Thank you very much, Donny.
People who can't see that blind.
Who ain't seen that blind? Thank you very, very much,
Yeah.
Tony. Thank you so much. I'm going to take one on my side here. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. Welcome to the number one program, The Ground Report. Go ahead, caller.
Morning to the Magnificent Tree. Yeah. Andy, I hearing something that poor people say now that better they left the demerit points, because whenever they get the demerit points, they could still pay the fee because the fee was small. But now they moved the demerit points and they raised the fee. But I know, from my knowledge, if I strip it over, because I was a real total poor man and I couldn't own no motor car. So maybe poverty reached a new height now, that we poor people owning motor car and running on the road now. And they're too poor now to pay the fine. But I don't know if the fine was cost at $40,000 like a motor car they could buy. So I don't know how poor people now using this kind of thing to get car and then can't pay. Or get a car for $40,000 and can't buy a tire for $350. So poverty must take on a new kind of turn now. Because I know if I have for a working taxi and I get a fine and I have to pay demerit point, and then my demerit point reach where they take away my license, I go still have to pay the fine and I have no work. I will have to go and look for work in a grocery or get a person to work my car in order to pay the fine. So I will say now, in my view, I don't know if I'm that stupid, Mr. Lennox will tell me, if I working now, I could pay the fine because I have no demerit point to stop me from losing my license. So I don't understand where the poverty thing now come with poor people driving cars. Well, poverty gone to a new height, because I know when I was down there and wasn't average, I couldn't buy a bicycle. I gone, brother.
Thank you very much for making it short and sweet. Don't forget, if you ain't getting us on this side, the lines on this side, the land lines are 225-6644. That's 225-6644 or 239-5120, 239-5120. Or you can give us a WhatsApp call. Yes, a WhatsApp call. And yes, in Talk City, we will also be hooking up WhatsApp calls and things on that side and all. We can get into Talk City. And the WhatsApp on this side is at 366-3053, 366-3053. You can also send your WhatsApp voice notes for those of you who shy to talk in person. And for those of you that are already complaining and saying, hey, we getting Talk City in certain parts, but we're not getting Talk City in other parts. Here it is. Yours truly, Pitbull Radio, I guarantee you all. Give us about a week and you'll be getting Talk City throughout the nook and cranny of Trinidad and Tobago. That's what we talking about. Bang, 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 bang. If you'll ever call on that side, let me know about the phone on this one. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, you see that 62 number on Lennox side? We don't have a money to call our radio station. We need the WhatsApp line because people complaining. And people can't call and tell no contribution.
Not everybody broken like you, KFC. You need the WhatsApp line, you call on this side. For those who really don't need... For those who don't need it...
You feel... I might be a small fry, a big shot who like to spend money, they ain't calling in. They're calling me and complaining and thinking that they're saying heavy duty program. They're trying to call in, and when I said sending number to a certain brethren of mine, he can't call in because he have no money to call in. With WhatsApp, you can call in and make your contribution.
Nice. All right. But make a contribution now, man. Let me deal with the technical issues now. KFC, why are you? All right, you take over the program. You is KFC. You's a bad boy. You better than the Pitbull.
Me?
Yeah.
I Donald Trump?
Oh, he's not Donald Trump.
I Donald Trump running Venezuela and run out of the whole president. And the acting president of Venezuela, that's still Donald Trump, still Maduro. They even shouldn't have played, even do nothing. But Donald Trump say, Andy, life is about deals, you know.
Deals?
But Andy,
you have a little
problem. Last year, I might be saying something politically wrong. You know, I supported the UNC, like the whole of to ransom or.
Don't worry.
You know the Calabiso?
Yeah.
You know the Calabiso will Lady Gypsy say?
Wow.
The woman to lie? You know the Calabiso? For the last 9 years, because she still political cemetery, the blacklist she. Like they try to do KFC that KFC that small fry.
No, but KFC.
I knew I went to church, I changed my life. I seen things going on, walk this, that, going on, this, that, nobody ain't calling me.
All right,
gave my
well, KFC.
bread. I went.
Well, KFC.
Me only be coming on the radio station and begging for the.
No. But listen.
Hand out, you know.
No, don't
I
worry.
would hand them over.
KFC, listen now. We all could
Yeah.
sing together, but we can't talk together, both of you. But here it is.
All right,
You is
all right.
KFC. And KFC is a powerful thing in Trinidad and Tobago. And I already marketing know that we have to target KFC. Because I can be saying KFC, because KFC come like again ambush marketing and promotion. So
Yeah,
I am
free-
all looking
they
to
get
see if
free
I can
ads.
get some KFC ads on this program here. So KFC, here it is. For whatever sin you do that you believe that they ignoring you now because you talk the truth, that's what you are saying. I'm going to pray for you.
Yeah.
Remember, you're on Talk City now, so other people go hear KFC.
Now,
and they go,
and
yeah.
I feel like a president.
Wait, me
So
fill up
them
a
prayers and them, remember Rolly say?
Yeah, but
Take
Mikey
them
pray for
prayers and
you.
pray with monkey put in nuts. I want prayers with work, with opportunities and betterment. It have people who I work hard and campaign with this, that thing, and they are in protest, this, that thing, and they, everybody getting their bread. I glad for them. They look, they saying KFC, yeah, to the trend. Look at my little scrums every month to their own self.
Well,
I going out and meeting ministers, knocking on doors, and that's the first thing.
Well,
and I loyal, I supporter.
All right, but listen, I go pray and I will talk for you too. Don't worry. But here it is. For now, until I make sure that Talk City, this program, the Ground Report, get some KFC ads, I can't use this KFC name, you know, because watch me. I'm not promoting KFC unless KFC pay money.
You know my next name?
Where's the next name?
Change my name.
Change it?
Suck your mother dry. That's my next name.
What? Suck your mother dry? Oh, God.
Bang, 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 bang.
We Papa. So, hey, we naming him. Let me just say Triple G for now. I'll make sure I talk to head of marketing. And let us get the avenue because, hey, it's business here now, you know. Where we can organize and approach KFC. Where they will organize and buy some spots on the Ground Report program. No free marketing on this big program. This is a big program. Nothing comes for free. Come, let's take some calls. Let's take some calls. Only know the numbers. Come on.
We have to commercialize as much as we can and optimize on that. Otherwise, of course, we'll be spinning top in mud. After all, money makes the world go wrong.
Exactly.
And of course, the other part of it is unproductive.
Hold on, caller.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You have a call?
Yeah, hold on WhatsApp call. Let me take the landline. Because you spending your money. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. Don't listen to
Mr. Andy.
Yes, sir.
I want to make a little report, sir.
What report you want to make, sir?
Well, no water in New Grand Princess Town for more than a month. Not a drop of water.
No water in New Grand for more than a month?
More than a month before Christmas, Mr. Andy.
Oh, God. And PNM not in power?
And PNM not in power.
Oh, God. So who you blaming for that no water?
Well, I don't know. We have to blame Mr. Arad because he said he put a new CEO up on this Princess Town area.
Well, boy, and what's me? Yours truly, the Pitbull Radio, I agree with you because Fired Up in power?
That's right.
Nice. Okay. So again, to the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and you know it have real people look on and listening. Yeah. And people they say about how, especially this workers' right, that the Ground Report singing for the supper, they ain't gonna want to tell the UNC. Wait, hey, Fired Up! Mr. Fired Up, sir! New Grant haven't have water for the last 2 months. And UNC in power. Lennox Smith will write to you all for me to find out what is that about. Why New Grant ain't getting water. Because he had the answer for that. Don't tell me it's because I'm Marvin Gonzalez at all, eh? Marvin not there. All right, let me take the next call. Go ahead, caller.
Morning, Andy. Morning.
Good morning to you. Let me make it short and
Happy
sweet.
New Year.
Good morning.
Happy New Year to you too. We're calling, and don't forget Lennox Smith. And don't forget the director,
Lennox Smith,
Snipes.
yes. The only directors, man.
Yeah, no, all right, well, only direct, but I know. I want to
Only
say,
directors, only directors.
I want to say director Snipes. Because I want them give another director.
Snipes.
Yes. I want them give another director. Snipes.
Yeah, listen, Andy.
Go ahead.
I'm coming on the road this morning, and the traffic from as far as you can see coming into Port of Spain, right?
Yeah.
All the whole, the line for licensing office reaching straight back up to almost by the Hyatt. For 2 licenses, one of these places where you want to check your car is inspection and licensing office. And that lane picking up a whole line of traffic coming into Port of Spain right now. Backing up the traffic, right? And you know how licensing this is. This same thing happened where it was 2 years ago. I remember this same thing when it come on, people had to get the inspection sticker and them kind of thing. Yeah. This same thing happened again 2026, right? Where people are rushing again because remember it's January, people think might be expire, so they're looking to get all the documents intact.
Yeah, but we papa.
But another thing I want to say quickly.
Right, but what do you do?
One thing I have to say.
Get to the point. You are saying that.
Yeah, quick. One thing I have to say. The when it comes to the fees now, the fines, right? Yeah. When it comes to the fines, at the end of the day, if you can't pay that $2,000 within a month time, your license, a month and a half, I should say, your license is still being suspended. Eh? So I hope people know that the license will still get suspended within a month and a half time if they don't pay their fine, and they will be unable to drive on the road. So people, make sure get all the cars and things intact, everything working, because even if they get a ticket and you don't pay your fine within a month and a half, because you might get interest, 25% on that fine. So that'll be $3,000 within a week, a month and a half, and then going up to $4,000 within 2 months.
No.
Right?
Oh,
your license your license will be suspended.
Hey, Lennox Smith, thank you very much, caller. You will have to check in to that for me, because that one is madness. Because again, remember that people are right, you break the law, right, you do the time, you have to pay the crime, however it go. But oh my God.
I think what the caller is saying appeared to be, I saw something like that very vaguely, but I will of course get into the nitty gritty, because that is important. I myself might find myself in that category now that that was revealed. I didn't take that into account. I thought you would have had a very elastic amount of time to pay the fine, whatever it is, when it would have been concluded that you are not pursuing, of course, challenge in court. So it may be better to initiate challenge in court, and then if you know that you don't have the money at the time, and then of course pay just before the court matter arises.
Nah, but then the money go be double and triple.
I think he's talking. There is some validity to what he's saying, but I will check it. I'll
check it, because they will have to give you some slack. This UNC government had to give you some slack. We had to give them some slack, man. I mean, at least they pay the fine, because they go on thief, crime go up more, because now a man now ain't go want the money to go to 1.3% more. Or
the interest, there's an interest, penalty and a suspension penalty. That sounds like something that I did come across, but let me check it.
Yeah, you gotta check it, and then we'll have to get an interview.
I have a ticket there that I need to pay, but I can't find the money as yet. So I want to make sure that
Lennox Smith, you're a dangerous fella, and I will show you up on 91.1 FM Talk City, because everything this government do, somebody say it was like a dashboard puppy you singing for your support kind of thing, and you come with all kind of ways to bring justice to what is being taking place. But with a situation where you have a ticket, Mr. Lennox Smith, all of a sudden, yes, after looking into this, you see this thing after, I find out, they'll have to give some elasticity in because, the fines. All of a sudden, you've looked at everybody watching you laughing, boy, partner. How you ain't playing as a dashboard puppy this morning here, they know. Oh, the dashboard run out of the puppy?
Frankly, I'm confused. I don't know how the dashboard puppy come into that, but I address. I think I accept your concern, and of course I have my own concern because it's about my interests. So obviously, my interest here, if it is properly resolved, I could share it with the rest of the population.
Well,
so that they would make the mistake that I would have made if at all there is a mistake.
Nice. So here it is too. To the person who called about new grant, you see how the Gong report all powerful. You didn't. New grant is a big place. You had to be able to tell me what part of new grant. You see how they listening? Minister Barry parred upon them like they don't get the message they already, you know. Remember, it's the ground report, you know. But you ain't say what part of new grant, brother, so they can't deal with something if you ain't tell me what part of new grant that you are saying haven't gotten water for the last 2 weeks or a month or however long. And not under Ralph Gonzalez, not under Marvin, what we call him? Marvin something. Marvin. Well, it's not under the PNM administration. They said New Grant was getting water under PNM, and now under the UNC government, they're not getting no water. So we had to check about the other time which part it is, which part. Let's go to the lines, Only make it short and sweet. Morning, caller.
Morning.
Good morning.
This is the Gong report.
All the best to you.
Yes, the Gong report live.
Yes,
where are you calling from? You want to know where you're
Yes, I'm calling from Las Lomas.
Las Lomas, and are you hearing us via Talk City 91.1 FM, or are you hearing
No,
us?
YouTube, not YouTube.
YouTube, that's nothing. Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, I have a complaint. Today, make it 3 months, my car was running too behind. And I sent in all the documents to the insurance company, that is Bankers Insurance. The client hit me from behind. And every time I call them, they're reviewing. It's 2.5 months now, they're still reviewing.
Wow.
One of the employees tell me that it takes up to 4 years to review. So what I supposed to do now, if I go in on the road and I get, the car is drivable, if I go in on the road and I get a ticket from something happened to me, my client behind, I supposed to address the ticket to Bankers Insurance? Because they just gave me a run around 2.5 months now. The woman tell me, don't call back. They will call me within an hour. 3.5 weeks pass. I know the hour is 3.5. Up to now, they haven't called me. And my car is damaged right through. I know this is the only platform I can get some justice. I know he's a man for justice.
Here what to do.
I really like.
Here what to do. Call Lennox Smith after the program. He may be able to tell you what move you could try to make, but call him after the program because we can't debate it on the program at this point in time. I will say where's Lennox Smith number in a while, so you will listen out for what's Lennox Smith phone number, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Next caller, go ahead, caller. A pleasant good morning to you. Welcome to the Gong Report. And what's your front burner on the Gong Report this morning? What's your issue?
My front burner on the Gong Report this morning is it. Anyway, let me say good morning to you, Andy, and good morning to Lennox. And my front burner on the Gong Report this morning is God works in mysterious ways. You hear the statement that just came out of a partner mouth there?
Who, Lennox?
And Olive vexed with me when I talking, you see? The chicken coming home to roost. More and more things will keep coming up. But all have a blessed day. I'm just glad I get you to let Lennox know that wisdom always prevails. And God never sleep. He just wear pajamas.
But all you're trying to say, you're trying to say karma. But in a different way for Lennox.
Oh, is it karma? And
Yes.
I had that ticket long before he made his comment about hush
but
puppy
it's
and dashboard and all
no,
of that.
but
So no,
Lennox,
you're being presumptuous. I had it before, and I was making those statements. So where does it leave you in terms of reconciling your logic? I had that before.
You hear that already?
But I mentioned it because somebody mentioned the situation with a ticket. And I just mentioned that I have one as well that I have not yet paid. But that was with me before you made this statement, my friend. All right?
Nice.
I'm here right now. So if you had the ticket when the fee was less and in pay it and risking losing your license because of what's going on now, God give you 5 senses. Don't stand up on 4.
Well, what he
morning.
said, let's be specific. What attracted my attention is that if it is not paid, there is interest to be added on, as well as the suspension of the license. And I said, well, let me check it. All right. That is what transpired. Not that it just came as a consequence of you saying that here it is, of course, some kind of karma descended upon me. No, I had it long before, my friend.
Okay.
In fact, I better go in the car and bring it and give the date and all of that. You would see that it's long before you. Because we like to prove what we say, and we say what we can prove.
Boy,
But go ahead.
I tell you, don't mess with my co-host, you know. The man could razzle dazzle, you know. Imagine the Mikey K was on with me this morning here. Oh boy. Anyhow, that place in New Grant is North Trace, New Grant, for the water problem. North Trace, New Grant, haven't had water for quite a while. And it's not Marvin, it's not Gavin, Marvin, Marva. Oh, it's not the piano, man. Let's go to the lines. But don't forget, tomorrow morning, please God, you all, we have an interview tomorrow for 7:30. Yes, I'm going to go to that day quick, so we will be looking out for that interview. Let me just get the information there very quick about that interview that we'll be having tomorrow for 7:30. Wow. Come on. Let me find it there quick by the time. So here it is. Let me take this call by the time. Go ahead, caller. And I'm going to get what that interview going to be about tomorrow morning. Please, God. Nice. Caller, go ahead. Morning. What happened? Go ahead, caller. Oh, let me call in. Well, let me do some. Don't forget, you can call on my side. And we all know the numbers from my side. And you all could also call on Lennox Smith's side, Talk City side.
622.
Right. But here it is. Remember, it's a new era.
622-4911. 622-4911. Talk City side.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
622-4911. Or you can call there too. But it's a new era, Trinidad and Tobago. And we had our respect. When you all call in, it's good morning, Andy, or Pitbull. Good morning, Lennox, or the big word man. And good morning, Nigel Slipe, director. Director Snipes. It's all that we hear. All they want the director start to drop to sleep and thing our. All you have to show them, show Talk City all your power. Show Talk City all your power. Show management they make a mistake in having the ground report on Talk City between the hours of 6 and 9. All in here now what? So make sure you all do that. Let's go to the lines. A pleasant good morning to you. Call away calling from. What's your contribution on the ground report?
Good morning to you, Andy Williams. Good morning to you, Lennox Smith. And good morning to you, Mighty K. Good morning to all the listeners of the Ground Report and to all the listeners and them, that locked on and Talk City 91.9, 91.1.
Hey, listen.
Good morning. What is that?
You're saying good morning to Mikey K? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And who else you missing now?
What have you done? You don't want me to say good morning to Mikey K?
No.
It has become a culture now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my friend.
But go ahead. We're missing one
And
more
good
person.
morning to the director.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning to the director of Talk City, Nigel Snipes. Wow, we papa, Nigel Snipes. Good morning to you, my friend. Andy Williams.
Good morning, caller.
I'm hearing the people and them saying about the penalty and the penalty, traffic offense penalty. I want to tell the people and them, stop breaking the laws. And most of the people and them that driving along with bad tire, brakes light one walking, no indicator, most of these people them have partly old car. And I want to tell them, if all they stop smoking, and all they stop drinking, and all they stop spending all their money, careless, all they want to have have deplorable vehicle. All you will be able to buy a good tire and fix a light.
God talking all to all. God talking to all. Go ahead, God.
It's not God talking. Any fool can make money, but it take a wise person to spend money. Any fool can make money, but it take a wise person to utilize the money. You don't be that fool to spend your money reckless. It's supposed to be a revolving thing. If you think. So all they have to do is fix all the vehicle, sacrifice, don't drink beer for 6 months, and you will be able to buy 4 tires. Because all you spending $100 a day in kush and marijuana, which is $700 a week, and all you complaining. Stop that. Stop that. Be a role model as an elder. And stop driving with ineffective vehicles and saying the government. If you don't break traffic laws, the government will make no money. When they watch with the year, they'll say, hey, look, the people that obey the laws, the traffic laws, and look, we ain't make no money. And that is what all they should do. Andy Williams.
All right.
And to the people and them who ain't having water, go and buy 4 tanks.
On this side.
Buy tanks. Stop going. You see this caravan coming over here? You will see 75% of the population, the blasted population, going and fat and lime and drink and spending $10,000 to go in a party and $5,000 to go in a party and taking $15,000 loan for caravan. Stop that.
All right, well,
buy 4 tanks.
Don't talk all the program now, man. We are going. We are
You have a call coming in. You have a call coming in.
You have a call?
On this side.
All right,
yes,
go ahead on this side.
Good morning,
That
welcome.
side.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. The people, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Barely hearing him.
So, lockdown and listen. Andy, we didn't have
Barely hearing your caller.
Morning.
Same to you and yours.
Right, thank
for
you.
2026.
Thank you very much. Let me take that one. We didn't hear him up on this side. But as we say, we get in there. So don't forget tomorrow, please God, we have an interview tomorrow, please God, in studio. Right, that interview will be featuring the new host and producer of the upcoming program. Yes, our upcoming program, Trinidad and Tobago, on TTT. That will be launching. That is Trinidad and Tobago Today. That's the name of the program. The program is Trinidad and Tobago Today. That will be the morning program. Right? Oh boy. And that will be starting on TTT on Monday the 12th of January 2026. So don't forget that. And while I'm here, don't forget, even if you're not online, log on to 91.1 FM, because coming up after us, I tell you, it's a bomb squad lineup here, you know. After the ground report, you're going to get Stefan Rees, Stefan from Breaking Dawn, Stefan and Mr. X. Yeah, all you know, Mr. X, who used to be with Mr. Amar. Well, right now, Mr. Amar, wife hosting with him there right now. The program name, Mr. Amar and Mrs. Amar, the War Room or something. Something, where we go say. So, I don't know how X leave out Mr. Amar.
I wonder why you didn't take time to verify what's the name of it.
Boy, Dada send me, oh God, X, send me the name of the program now, boy.
The
name
of the show is Off the Record.
Oh, the show coming up?
Yes.
Coming up next, Off the Record.
Off the Record, okay.
Stefan and Mr. X.
Nice.
Stefan and X. So we get the name off the record, but you are yet to tell us, Andy, what's the name of that show with hosted by Mr. and Mrs. Amar?
We will call that Man.
I hear you,
Let me
I
say a
hear you.
pleasant good morning to
I-
Mr. and
it's 5
Mrs.
minutes
Amar.
to the hour of 9 o'clock, people.
Yes.
5 minutes to the hour of 9 o'clock, so we have 5 more minutes here. Remember, we prepared you for the cutoff period, and the strict and stick-to-itiveness of time is very important.
Nice.
So we have time for another call.
Yeah. We go take our next call, man. We go take our next. I ain't getting voice notes and them voice noters. We go play them voice notes tomorrow. We running out of time. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Andy, I just called back to say something. Lennox, what I was trying to explain to you, right?
Short and sweet. Short.
Yeah. Lennox, what I was trying to explain to you, I know you say you get the ticket before, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that is divine intervention, that you got the ticket before. So you got the ticket when you find was less and you couldn't pay. And now is the time that the new thing coming now, that they could suspend your license. Now we're looking to go and pay. So if you couldn't pay it when it was less, it's more now. So you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that is the pain with
I have a different view. I will not. I will ensure that I don't get any more.
That is all. Come on, Ole. Come on.
My friend.
And don't forget, after Director Snipes, let us know the name of that program again. That coming up after with Mr. X and Stefan from Breaking Dawn. Tell them the name of the program.
Coming up next, we have Off the Record with Stefan and Mr. X.
At boy.
The top of 9.
It's close to Breaking Dawn.
Go ahead, caller. Foreign caller, go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Andy. This is Orlando.
Orlando, you had to talk short and sweet. I'm trying to squeeze in as much people.
Yeah. What I'm saying is now that your program going real good, but I want you to keep it up a little more. Like, the election was just done 11 months ago. Water will reach everybody pipe because they had to wait a little. The pipe is running. I have a friend who Wassa, and they done so they run all the water. We didn't drink water for 11 years. They never saw a water pipe. So all the area didn't have water pipe, water reaching certain area.
All right.
So Trinidadian, according to the guy, they need to buy some water tank. When rainfall for that.
Stop making excuse for this present government that are putting in place. They just had to hold a little bit, but had to put thing in place. Where if I don't have money, you telling me about going and I pay what's bill, you telling me well I had to organize and buy a tank. This government gave me any money to buy any tank.
No. Let me get this serious. People never had water in Port of Spain, which is the heart of the city. So the pipeline shorter to run in Port of Spain than to run in deep part of South.
Right, but watch, I get your point. I get your point.
And we have to wrap up.
Yeah, we have to wrap up. And all your Talk City is 91.1 FM. Again, for those of you, Mr. X and Stefan are coming up next on Talk City 91.1. Just find that dial. 91.1. Those of you who getting it scratchy, within a week, 2 weeks timing, all will be getting it clean because I'll be in management tail. Because they're government station and everybody's supposed to say a government station. Snipes. Oh, we have to wrap up?
We're wrapping up.
Yes, we have to wrap up.
Yeah.
All right. So Trinidad and Tobago after God. Family comes first. Be safe on the nation's roads. Hey, don't break the law, so they not to pay those tickets because they have no money and then all they got a thief to organize to pay them ticket on them. Just like how Lennox Smith had to worry now how we organizing because he go and pay interest. You understand what we saying? Or he can lose his license if he ain't think it. So Trinidad and Tobago until tomorrow morning, please God. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith, the ground report team. We are out of here.
Yes, indeed. And don't forget, of course, tonight, the corridor transformation at 8 o'clock.
Don't forget corridor transmission tonight for 8 o'clock.
From your TV to your laptop, your phone, your tablet, news, culture, conversations, and the stories that move us. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Your morning with me, Famala Balkaran, starts here. Trinidad and Tobago Today premieres Monday, 12th January, 6 a.m. exclusively on TTT.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration and management of classic, antique, and vintage vehicles in Trinidad and Tobago.
Music. Culture.
We are now in a state where I can now proudly announce that our gas production will increase by a significant amount given all the various projects that are now expected to come online.
Engaging conversations. Latest news. Our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
Change the world with love. Change the world with love. Sing it together now. Find out where DJ play. Sing out together now as one while we're jamming in the sun. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? While we're dancing in the streets, can you feel this so happy? All the music is so sweet. To all the don't you back. Get together now. Yeah. Them bumping on me, oh my. inside it. You must be strong. Don't care who's right or wrong. One day my music will ignite. Ain't there will be no more. Try. Inside